Call him
I did
Sharp
steal
Rock.
that.
You should call him a moo-moo.
Yeah, ooh, a moo actually would be good.
Ow. Oh.
Sharp Rock.
Sharp,
Sharp rock.
sharp, smooth brain.
I mean,
Dull knife.
that game's character editor allowed me to get pretty close to like uncomfortably racist with
Oh, it did.
Khan the
It
Ogre,
did.
but,
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, but then you just say you're from Chagoris and all is well.
I don't even have to say that. Just people looked at it as like Chungo Khan. They're like, how?
Although,
I
yes.
don't know. Jodie Foster is a blocked name in that game, but I can make, for lack of a better term, a Mongoloid name him Chungo Khan, and it's perfectly acceptable.
God.
This is true. But you know the con part is purely because the fifth exists. And
I mean, that was the easiest way to do that without going like to a point where even I'm not comfortable with the joke anymore.
the Chungo part, yeah, is how that one made it through.
How that one made it, but Jodie Foster doesn't, I don't
Yeah.
know. And it makes me mad.
Yeah,
I don't
how
get why
does that
that's
work?
bad.
I don't
'Cause
know.
it's chode, which is a penis.
Oh, I thought he was saying Chungo.
Oh no, yeah.
No.
Chungo is the other one.
Chungo is accepted. Jodie is not.
But what does
By
Chungo
default.
mean?
It means whatever you want it to mean. But here's the thing. Because my name is not allowed in that game, I am by default just protesting it. If I cannot be Jodie Foster in that game, why the hell would I play it?
That's like the gold standard you put for all games, though, Chody, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's the main character name outside of D&D because I cannot possibly come up with enough Jodie Foster similarities for all the different characters I can come up with.
Oh shit!
Brody,
Also,
really? It's right there.
Really, it's also really, really hard because all the characters are by default female. Really hard to voice them, for me anyway.
All right, one sec. I'm almost good here, and then we will get started. You guys ready to play some D&D today?
Yep.
I
I am-
want to smash the water people.
Oh my.
Also, I'm
The water
weird-
people are all dead.
Oh, that's right. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Raffi Fireball.
We think they're dead. We don't know for sure.
We can continue on the cave.
There was a big green ball in the back of the room.
Paj,
You know, if
pray
you
to
stand
the-
up in the
pray to
front
God.
lines, you can really see what's alive and what's not. Just saying.
Mhm.
Anyway.
Says the guy who was a lizard and just said, "Hi, what's up?"
If
He
there's no
helped.
battle axe around, employ Shillelagh. Next question.
It
That's
was a
true.
good day. To chalet. All right. I'm ready to get started. Woo!
Hot damn.
Hot diggity damn. All right, everybody. Welcome back to D&D. Good to have everybody here. Just checking in. Umumu is bleeding heavily. Gim,
Eesh.
full health. Montgomery, half health. Raffaella, slightly bruised. I do remember somebody very distinctly being face down on the floor last session.
That was the Moo.
Yep, no, that
It was
Amumu
not me. It
got-
Was
healed.
definitely not Raffaella.
no.
There's definitely a couple of you.
Also, I don't think a single one of these things landed last session, which I'm going to link in chat a couple times just to fill up my chat log. There we go. I do remember some infestations being cast and none of them landing. Good times. Gim, did you, in between sessions, pray to the guys, the Geist gods? The dice gods.
We had a conversation.
Good. I hope you had like a serious heart to talk. Or heart. Oh my god! I can't talk! Why is my brain full of fuck? Help.
What? Whoa! Wait. It's full of fog. We need a little bit more information on that one.
Back.
Just
Listen, English is hard.
It is.
English is hard. Reset button. Go.
Okay, I'll put that on my credit card. There we go.
Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
Have
No.
you tried applying lubricant?
Wait, hold on. I do. I have some 7-Up handy. Hang on. Okay.
No. It needs to be
7-Up
flammable lubricant.
Oh, it needs to be. I got lubricant. Hang on. Flammable lubricant. I'm ready. Previously on Arctis, at the behest of the Order, you all had returned to the mountains of Asir in order to see what was going on with the Sahagin and the ghost boars that lived up in the mountains. And as you went into the mountains to ensure the safety of all of the visitors to the Order of the Lucid Crescent, and ensuring that the ghost boars wouldn't be aggravated by the Sahagin, you all had managed to find their den, as Elith has said, in a clearing to the northeast, the Order. But surrounding the den were many ghost boars, who were all very visibly wounded, or sick and injured, dying in the snow. They were very hostile to your presence. Understandably so, as you had found out later that Sahagin had infiltrated their den, and for some reason were poisoning the ghost boars. As you avoided the entrance of the den and moved to the south, you found a solo ghost boar hidden in the brush on the verge of death, but you have lovingly named him Gobo. Now Gobo, this particular boar, was the leader of the ghost boar pack, and after curing him, he coughed up a acrid chunk of unidentifiable ooze. And it was really, really gross. But after Gobo managed to get to his feet, he wanted to assist you in taking out the ghost boars who were unfortunately too far gone and could no longer be saved. And so Gobo joined you in the fray, protecting you from the other ghost boars that were blind with rage and pain. When you killed the ghost boars and managed to save Gobo, he nudged you inside of the den, where the Sahagin lay in wait. Now, poor Gobo, he would not join you, for he has had a time, and has decided to rest out in the snow. And you all descended down into the ghost boar caves, where they had made their home. Inside the abandoned mine, where the ghost boars had holed up, was a bit of running water, a whirlpool. And crawling out of this whirlpool were massive, twisted Sahagin, some with multiple limbs, others with tails of fish and bodies of men, others looking like humanoids standing on 2 feet, with strange fish-like heads. The most terrifying of them all was a massive Sahagin inside, with 4 arms, and, an urge to murder. They were coveting or looking at some strange plant inside the ghost boar caves, and after some lengthy battles in which both, I believe Gim and Raffaella ended up face down on the floor, you managed to get them down. But now, what lie in wait in the back of the ghost boar caves? And what is it exactly you have been seeking out? That is where we will start today as we return to the Ghost Boar Cave. The various Sahagin that you all have taken down lie at your feet, floating in puddles of water in their own blood. It has been a very, very lengthy battle. And luckily, none of you have fallen into the hole on the east side of the room. But now, the only thing you can hear is the soft trickle of water dripping throughout the caves.
Everybody all right?
I think so. Let me come to you guys.
I want to check out the spear of the Baron.
All right. The Baron's spear is a pronged trident, and various swirling conch shells are on the tips.
Is it made out of metal at all?
It looks to be mostly a combination of driftwood and seaweed. It is not made of metal, mostly horn and shell.
I put it back down.
Can I kind of do an Arcana check to see if it's magical in any way?
Yeah, absolutely. Make me an Arcana check. Sindri, as you look at the trident and look at the tiny fish that are swirling around in the water around it, you notice that the fish are curiously attracted to the trident as the tip of it enters the water. You might get an idea of that it is attractive to fish, or might have some control over them. I'll allow you to double-click that. And these are the items that you find on the Sahagin Baron. The conch-tipped trident. A net wound with seaweed that does not emit any sort of smell, and it is very hard to grasp.
Okay.
Also, you find a curious, a curious blue shard made of crystal.
I will take the blue shard. Does anybody here want this trident? I think it's a little bit magical. What it does, I don't know.
Can I
I'll
throw it?
I'll take it.
Okay, I'll let Gim pick it up, but I'm also gonna split the currency 5 ways.
Cool. Gim.
So,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
so I think that just gives everybody the gold
Yep.
split differently.
So everybody received 42 gold from the pockets of the Sahagin. The gold coins that you find are encaked with barnacles and things found on the bottom of the ocean.
Okay, Gim, you can take the trident if you want.
I'm gonna save it for the dream. I'm thinking we might need this when we go into the dream later for Doofus.
Yeah, we might. That's a good idea.
Hey, Gim. You mind throwing your old pal Amumu some heals just to kind of sure I don't...
I'm spent.
You're spent? Okay.
Did you already give everybody the gold? Or
Yeah, it already happened.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's automatic, yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, I see something green glowing ahead of us, and I see a couple of boars to our left of that glowing green thing. I think we should be careful going towards it.
Okay.
Any of y'all detect what it is?
I can't tell.
I don't-
Maybe Montgomery can. I can't tell if it's a plant or not. Maybe he can tell us if he wants to come up here and look at it.
I can take a look at it. Gobo pointed that there might be something in the ground that we could use to possibly help these boars. If some of y'all can help me look for that real quick, then we'll move forward.
Oh, Nadina, is this spear already in my inventory, or is it laying on the floor right here?
It's laying on the floor. You have to double click it to pick it up.
Yeah, it brings up another thing, and you can just like take. There's also a net there if anyone wants a net.
Yeah, I grabbed the net.
Okay.
You know what Gobo said? You sure it's not farther ahead, closer to the pigs?
He made a motion that it would be sitting under the ground, but the ground outside was a little too frozen, a little too solid. In here, we might be able to find something. If I was to hazard a guess, something like possibly a root vegetable or a truffle of some kind would be something we'd want to look for.
Actually, doing some peeking, that thing looks. Yeah.
What you gaze upon in the room beyond. Montgomery, make me a nature check.
On nature, coming right up.
There is a strange plant that is writhing there. And although you do not know the exact name of the plant, it has very inky black tendrils, and it's waxy looking. Judging just by its appearance and its frond-like nature, it does appear to be an ocean plant. But the coloration, it's as black as night, as if it were dug from the deepest trenches of the deepest oceans. Inside, there seems to be something bubbling or boiling. Maybe it's some sort of reaction. And all of it seems to put out a noxious aura. The boars that are pressed in their little hovels on the sides of the room are unconscious.
Yeah, that's not good. That's a plant, all right, but something about it not seeming all that great. It's also not something I'm too familiar with. I
we burn
dare
it?
say it's been altered in some way. I'm not sure we want to get too close to it.
I mean, we could burn it from here. I'm
Yeah.
sure Stingery's got some fire spells.
Do you want me to? Do we want to try me burning it?
I'm all about burning things that shouldn't be around where we are.
I will
Or
lob
not natural.
a firebolt.
Sindri, you lob your firebolt to this waxy black plant, and the firebolt hits the center with skill and accuracy. The fronds, they fold up around the magic, almost like a Venus flytrap, and they're consuming your firebolt. It
Okay.
seems to be busy, but now it is shaped more like a pod as opposed to a frond.
My morbid curiosity, I fire a second one.
Now this one hits it in the side, and half of it, the fronds release, and you swear you hear a shriek. Very high-pitched. And black ichor that almost looks like oil begins seeping from the wound.
Does it look like the same stuff that came out of Gobo?
It looks similar, perhaps a concentrated form. As you get a little bit closer to it, you notice that the sides of the seaweed, or whatever you would like to call this, have little jagged edges on them, and would probably lead to intestinal distress if consumed.
Okay, so I'm thinking that might not have been the best idea.
Well, remember last time there was that thing and that last dude that I touched and brought it over, and it was like a creature that infected things. You think that's the same kind of family?
I don't know that much about nature, so I can't necessarily say yes.
So it ate the magic.
But it ate the magic, and now it's coming out black goo that may have been what was poisoning Gobo.
I said we should use regular fire.
Yeah, regular fire could work. What about that Triton that we picked up? Maybe we could poke it with it?
I don't know if that would
I'm not
work.
trying to get that. I'm not trying to get that close to it.
True.
I got a bunch of torches and a tinderbox.
Are you all concocting a way in order to immolate this plant?
Yeah. No,
Mhm.
the only thing that I'm thinking of is I think we could probably bring over a torch with a mage hand.
Ooh.
But that's also exposing it to magic, and it ate up the magic last time.
It's true. How far do you think we could throw a torch?
That's on a moo. What do you think, buddy? You're the strong one.
I'm feeling pretty accurate. I could take one of my javelins, wrap a torch around it, and chuck it towards it. I gotta get within
I'm
1
just-
second.
I light a torch and I give it to you. Don't waste your javelin. We won't want you to.
Yeah,
burn
just
your-
huck the torch.
Okay, because I got 4 javelins.
Moo, just throw
Yeah,
the.
just throw-
don't
All right,
talk.
throw the torch. God damn it! Y'all
If
not
you
having
can
any-
throw the javelin, you might be able to throw the torch. I know
If
it's
you
a
can
little
throw a
less than
torch,
what I
you can
meant.
throw a ball.
God damn, y'all not having fun, motherfuckers. All right. Okay, so I will proceed to throw the torch. So what do I need to roll?
Make me an athletics check. Well, Amumu, you're not going to be making the Borealis Major League Baseball anytime soon. You throw the torch in the room, and it clatters to a stop in front of the plant.
Okay, so that should be a light source.
It is a light source. I'm
I-
gonna put it right down, right there. Here, hold on. I'm gonna make it a torch. Boop. I'm gonna make it
I'd like to try
not
again.
yellow. Yeah, you can make it again. There we go. Boop. Make me another athletics check, oh torch tosser.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Sir.
All right, what, guys? I get one more, and then I'm done.
You know, at this point, I'm thinking the javelin idea might not be terrible.
I light a torch
I'm out.
and I
I'm
throw
out.
a torch.
Make me an athletics check. The room fills with torches. Each shittier than the last. Ah, Gim, finally. All right. Gim, you light a torch. You throw it onto the plant. The plant, for a brief moment, stops moving. And it begins to tremble as the fire hits it. Its tendrils come up around the torch, and it tries to eat it, just like it did to the magic. But then a coil of smoke begins to come out of the top of the bulb.
Hey guys, it's smoking inside the little pod.
It
I'm gonna
begins
stand-
to curl up on itself and shrivel up. And it stops moving.
Hey, Sindri, Sindri Montgomery, can you come over here and look at this thing? If we get too close, you think it's dead?
It's hard to tell exactly what this kind of ocean life would look like dead. It's always kind of moving.
Is it still radiating that aura?
It is not. It is also now visibly on fire.
I think it's dead. I see 2 pigs on the left. You want to wait till this fire's out? You want to go check them out?
That would be a decision with less reckless abandon than what got us here in the first place. I think if you're willing to move forward, let's move forward.
All right.
Can we maybe make a perception check to see if they're like chained, are they captured, are they bound in any way?
Go ahead. The ghost boars are currently unconscious. They're in their hovels that are made of, well, manure and straw. All of them, Amumu, seem to be missing their tusks.
Hey guys, I think they're asleep. But they're prisoners, I think, maybe, but they're definitely just asleep. So maybe not to get too close.
Again, make me a medicine check. Gim, these ghost boars are visibly emaciated. They have probably been unconscious for a long time, enough to cause starvation and atrophy.
Hey guys, these boars, they've been asleep for a long time. I think that their bodies have been eating themselves. Might need to, I don't know, water, food.
Can we heal
I
them?
want to be careful though. I'm not sure. I don't know how reactive we get too close to them.
Well, they don't seem to be active right now. And if they are starving, they won't be as vicious as we saw out there. Now, I have myself a little gift from Dill when we set off. It's pastry filled with good berry jam. Let's split it up into 4 pieces and get them out and see if these boars will eat something.
Sounds like a plan. Amumu, see if you can get some water for these guys. You have a bucket or
Okay.
something so we can
Yeah, let me look.
I pass Amumu my water skin. Here, use this.
I've got mine too. All right, so that's 2 water skins.
let's do this one at a time. Or
Oh, I don't want to feed them this water. There's fish in it.
Did you not refill your water skin before we left?
Is it going to be enough? There's a lot of boars in here.
Montgomery, make me a nature check with advantage. Montgomery, as you get closer, you can definitely tell these ghost spores have not only been immobile, but definitely unconscious for a long period of time, just due to the amount of refuse and waste that is currently surrounding them. They have been, like unconscious but alive, and they are missing their tusks, just due to the relatively pallid condition of their eyes and fur. They're probably missing a significant amount of blood. But the thing you do notice as the one next to Gim, his mouth is hanging open, his tongue dried and lolling out of his mouth, is that there is traces of jet black streaks and clumps of this black seaweed in the boar's mouth, stuck between his teeth.
Now that I'm closer, is that seeming similar to the sample that I have in my jar?
It does.
I think we have found what is causing these things to be so ornery.
What's that plant we burned?
I will believe so. Help me see if we can find anything in this cave here that would either be some kind of antitoxin or something that can possibly purge their stomachs in case they have swallowed more than what I see in this one's mouth.
Alright.
Did we burn any of the... That big guy, he was burned, right?
The big guy?
Yeah, the big guy.
Burned by what?
Fireball?
Aaron?
Oh, he was burned a little bit by fireball, but he wasn't totally immolated.
I'm gonna go over there and see if there's any charcoal on his body from being burnt.
Oh, sure. I will allow that. I'll show his body again. You know what? Make me an investigation check. Let's get a good one.
Guidance?
Yeah, you can. Cinder, you find a couple smudges, enough to make a mark on a wall, but not really enough to potentially neutralize a toxin. Although you have fire sources and, a couple torches that are burning on the ground.
Okay, I'm going to go to one of the torches, so the one that's right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Firebolt so that we completely burn the torch as fast as possible.
Goes out and becomes a lump of coal.
Lump of coal or
Charcoal.
Okay. Montgomery, I break off a piece of it. And try feeding the boar some of this. Maybe if he eats it, it'll vomit. I've heard stories of some creatures vomiting when given this.
Here's to hoping it doesn't look like it has too much fluid to lose, but the sooner we can get that nonsense out of it, the better we are.
Yeah, I kind of think it's better of a worst case scenario.
Hey guys, do you think we should go get Gobo now that we've cleared the cave?
Have we cleared the cave?
I think we have. I will go get Gobo. And I will go and communicate with Gobo about what we've seen, what we've encountered here, and the status of his kin. So you can just let me know when I would have come back from that.
You can feel free and walk out of the cave while Montgomery is doing his thing. Montgomery, what are you up to?
I'm going to be feeding a small piece of charcoal into the ghost boar's mouth and see if it will, one, swallow it, and two, if it has the effects that we are expecting.
Sindri, just for a second, I'm going to remove you from the scene. Since you have technically left. The ghost boar, you put it in his mouth, and the ghost boar is conscious enough to swallow the piece of charcoal. Its stomach makes an audible growling noise. Montgomery, make me a perception check with advantage. As the ghost boar coughs a bit, as its throat is dry and the charcoal not tasting very good, you see something against the stark blackness of the charcoal that the ghost boar has swallowed in his throat, and you see serrated tendrils flick out of the back of his throat as he coughs, like a flapping leech stuck in his stomach, as he attempts to throw up this serrated plant, but it refuses to budge, as the serration is against the grain, and the ghost boar can only manage to cough up a little bit of blood.
I want to use my magic tool to try to turn it into some sort of like a pinching device where I can grab that thing in his throat and try to pull it out. Like,
Ooh.
Careful now. If those hooks are in there too deep, it can cause more damage coming out than it would to stay
it's
in.
true. But it might die if we leave it in there. I want
let
to try to save its life.
Let me try something here. Did you notice it's not exactly what we would call a sauna in this here cave? I want to see what happens to our little creature with a little bit of heat. And Montgomery pulls out the thermos that has been keeping coffee insulated since their departure. He opens the cap and pours just a little into the mouth of the boar to see how the serrated leech deals with hot liquid.
As you caffeinate the ghost boar, the serrated seaweed visibly recoils against the coffee and retreats down the throat of the ghost boar. The ghost boar's stomach grumbles.
It seems we might need not rip what out when we can simply get it to let go of its own.
You think we have enough liquid? Do you think if we put enough charcoal in some water and like poured it down his throat, would he cough it all up?
We can certainly try with another one. Coffee is more than enough to agitate a stomach. Charcoal is just going to make it worse if that's how these things react to it. Simple bit of water for this one should help complete the reaction. It is rather dehydrated. I think the others we can just try to mix normally with water and see what happens.
I pour a water skin down this one's throat.
Okay. Is it, as the water is cold, the ghost boar is thoroughly hydrated, but there is no reaction from the seaweed within.
That didn't do anything to it. Think we should boil some water first? Well, I don't want to put boiling water down his throat. That'd be a bad idea.
Well, you can boil it and then let it cool just a little bit. No reason to harm these things.
I'm agreeing. I'm just trying to think. All right, let's boil some water.
Well, we got fire. Do we have a container that can handle fire?
I don't.
Can I turn my tool into like a a ladle or like some sort of pot
Yeah.
or something?
Absolutely. That would be very easy for you. You can turn it into any sort of water storage device and quickly heat it over the flames. Sindri, you return with Gobo, and as he squeezes through the narrow passage,
So
he sees you
did
while
it
making
work?
tea.
The blackness inside them does not take kindly to hot liquids. The charcoal seems to make some kind of reaction, but we need something else to get this thing rolling. So we were thinking if we boiled some water, got it hot, mixed it with the charcoal to get it moving, we might be able to start flushing this stuff out from these creatures.
Okay.
So how long does it take for me to boil some water in this tool?
It's very quick, and you quickly reach a boiling point with the liquids that you have.
Mix some charcoal in this thing and let it cool off just a little, and then we'll go back to the first ghost boar.
Gobo
remains of
nudges you with
charcoal.
his nose. Gim. And he will test the temperature with his nose, and he'll blow his nose snot on it to cool it down enough for the other ghost boars.
Okay, so he cooled it down.
Just enough.
All right, I'm pouring the liquid down the first ghost boar's throat.
The ghost boar makes a noise, and its stomach growls. Gim, you may want to get out of a blast radius. The ghost boar gets to its feet and takes a step forward.
Watch out, everybody!
And begins to exhale a gout of black and red. It looks almost like a big congealed clot that it hawks up, and it splats on the ground.
There we go. Cures for what ails you.
Yeah, but what exactly?
Thicker flaming the glob that came out of his mouth.
The glob lights into flame and begins to shrivel. Montgomery, you see, just as it catches fire, hints of serrated leaves coiling around each other. But as the fire catches the leaves, the serrations and the waxy black leaves pop, and then they begin to leak a dark red fluid that you assume is blood. And after they burn and pop more, they leave significant amounts of blood on the ground. They were probably tearing away at the boar's insides as well.
These damn leeches always hate the water.
Uh,
All right.
Montgomery, I believe one of you also saw that one of the Sahagin had some of these serrated leaves on them, and they match the leaves of the center plant.
Well, Gobo, it looks like we found what's causing all this. So hopefully we can save your friends here. And Montgomery will walk forward and give a piece of the good berry pastry to the ghost boar to see if he'll eat it.
The ghost boar sniffs it hesitantly and takes a step back. He has been once fooled by proffered gifts. But Gobo gives him a reassuring squeal. And the boar will take your offered food.
There now. It's not going to be much, but it'll get you started back to the way to health.
The ghost boar gets up and shakes itself off, freeing itself from clods of manure and dirt. Gobo gives a very satisfied snort and squeals loudly, catching the attention of the other boars in the cave. The ones that are strong enough to respond do so with a whined wheeze.
Alright, well, let's make this fast then. Let's get that charcoal water into these other boys, get this stuff out of them, and let's start getting them back on the way to health.
Alright, I'm boiling more water.
I'll start making more charcoal.
All right.
If you've got any left over, I can add some into this coffee.
I handed him another piece of it.
Let's do these one at a time so we can burn these things that come out of their mouths. We don't want these things getting around, wandering around.
And
Good
each of you
idea.
with a job, Gim and his tool heating the water, Montgomery with his careful administration of the charcoal, Sindri and Raffaella creating charcoal with their magics, and Amumu being AFK. You managed to create enough irritant to purge the ghost boars of their parasites in the cave. And one by one, with the trust of Gobo and seeing their other friend, each of them in turn expel one of these leech-like pieces of seaweed, and all of them fat with blood. In turn, all of the ghost boars, now able to eat and drink, with this parasite no longer affecting their stomachs, tearing away at their insides, and taking their blood, is no longer a threat. And the boars are weak, but safe. And soon, you are left with 4 sleeping ghost boars, and Gobo, who is very, very busily stomping out the remains of the noxious plant in the center of the room.
Was that what was causing the ailment, Gobo?
Gobo looks at you and nods softly. He looks back towards the corpses of the fishmen and snorts.
We're happy we could do what we could.
Hey guys, I was thinking about something just now. Earlier we saw the Sahagin come through that whirlpool down there. What's to stop them from coming again? What's not to stop them coming again? Should we check out the whirlpool? Because they had to get here from somewhere.
I think that's a good idea.
I'll back that.
Alright, that's fair enough. I'm going to see while we're over there if there are any remains of this plant that we can take back as samples. Now, Gobo, we will have to go back eventually, but I can come in and check on you from time to time if you'd like.
Gobo snorts in appreciation.
Montgomery pets him softly. You take care of yourself. Take care of your pack now. I'll come see you soon.
He goes over to his nest and settles down with his packmates.
Come on, Raffy.
So how you gonna do this, Gim? I'm not touching it.
It's just a spinning thing of water. I don't know much about nature or how one of these things is created. I was hoping Montgomery could help me out.
How
How are whirlpool
deep
formed?
is it right in front of us?
How deep is it, Umumu? Do you want to jump in?
No, but I will use Is there like a stick, or is there anything around me that I could use?
Raffy, over here, Raffy.
There are some rocks. And a crawling spider or two. There are some
All right.
roots on the other side of the pond if you wish to tear something off the wall. There's also some moss near you.
All right, I got it. I'm gonna take a rock, pretty decent sized one, about the size of a bowling ball, tie it to a rope, and I'm going to put it in the middle and see how deep it is.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna make me a sleight of hand check.
Alright.
Now, while I appreciate your scientific endeavors, I may want to warn you that the water in the middle there is moving a little faster than the water around it.
Yeah, but I'm just curious how deep it is because we can't get close to it if it's taller than me, and it won't hurt my character.
Sleight of hand check.
I appreciate your scientific endeavors, sir. Make sure that that rope is secured somehow, perhaps around your person, before launching the rock.
Yeah, but then it could drag me in, and then we're really fucked.
So if you lose the rope, how will you know how deep it goes?
I won't, but I also won't be in that thing, so this is a win.
Okay. Mumu, as you talk to Montgomery, you find a good-sized rock and tie a rope around it. Give it a good tug. A nice firm, flail? Rope rock? Anyway, you've got, 55 feet of rope and 5 feet of
Yes.
rock.
It's an anchor. Haha.
Alright, you toss that bad boy in the whirlpool?
No, not in the whirlpool, like next to it. Like, I want to say, like, kind of. How do I? Oh, I gotta push it home.
Oh, like here? Oh, okay.
Right, yeah, like a bit, not in the whirlpool, but like near it, just to see like how deep it is.
Oh, sure. You drop it in. Bloop. You guesstimate that the water there is about 4 feet deep.
Hey guys, it's about 4 feet, so it doesn't look like it could be that bad. Although I didn't throw it in the whirlpool because I don't know. What?
We're not worried about the water around the whirlpool. We're worried about the whirlpool.
No, I got that. I'm worried that if you walk in close to it, it's gonna suck you in.
Ain't none of us was gonna walk next to it. Just let us figure this out. Don't hurt yourself.
The whirlpool spins. Gaze at the
Montgomery.
whirlpool.
You have any ideas of what we could do to throw it in there? Or, because I'm afraid those things are going to come back. Because whatever is causing them to come here in the first place, this is where they came from.
How heavy is the rock Amumu picked up?
About 10 pounds. Yeah, about 10 pounds. I had to actually make like a rock with my hands and like, yeah.
I will cast Mage Hand, pick up the rock, and go, I'm pretty sure I can do this, and drop it in.
You drop it in?
If we want to drop the bowling, because we can do it at range. Do we want
Yeah.
to do this?
You absolutely can.
Gim, Amumu,
Go for it.
what do you... Yeah, so I will float the hand over and drop the bowling ball into the whirlpool.
Blorp. The bowling ball sinks down. Down. The rope begins to unravel. 5 feet, 10 feet, 20. Mumu, you reach the end of that rope. And it keeps going. It is
pull it
more.
out, pull it out.
It is at least 60 feet.
Pull it. Pull it.
Yep, you pull. You begin to yank the rock back out. You receive rock. That whirlpool hole goes down definitely way more than 60 feet. And judging by
Yeah,
when you were
guys,
pulling it out and all the rattling around it, the cave kind of widens and thins at points. So it is not a straight shot either.
You guys want to try to cave this part of the cave in?
Yeah,
Try to
I was
block it off?
just thinking that we get enough rocks and we cover the hole. Basically, I'm with
We've
Gim.
got that net. Can't we put the net over the thing and pile shit on top of it?
Oh yeah, we could use the net.
Ooh. Raffy.
How clear is the water?
Oh, it's pretty clear. I would say you can see to the bottom. You can see fish in there. You see little things swimming around.
Can we see how big the whirlpool hole is?
It is. I'd say it's about 10 feet wide.
Would a net cover that?
Fish.
How big is my net?
Yeah, it would fit over it. Because a net can cover a large creature, so that's 10 feet. So, yeah.
Do we want to? Yeah, so let's do that. Raffi, let's use our mage hands to place the net. And then we can put rocks on all of the corners.
I think that's a great idea. All right, you both get to work floating rocks over and taking this magical net. Now, who has the net in their inventory?
I do.
So, Gim, do you give up your precious net in order to cover this
I
hole?
100% give up this net.
All right, go ahead and delete the net from your inventory. And we will consider the whirlpool for now closed, as the net and the rocks provide no way anything larger than, well, a hand-sized fish could possibly get through.
I didn't mean to roll that. I'm trying to figure out how to delete it.
Oh, it's fine. Let's see. I think you can right-click it and then delete it. Delete item.
This is equip or edit items will I have.
Oh, it's because your character sheet's locked. It's fine. If you unlock your character sheet, it's a little lock on like the right side. Yeah, if you unlock it and then delete it. Yeah, because if your character sheet's locked, it prevents you from deleting things out of your inventory.
Sweet. And then another thing, guys. Remember when I cut that rope for that hole?
1 sec.
There was a Sahagin guarding that hole. Am I think it was my error to cut it? What do you guys think? Should we investigate that?
Yeah, maybe we can throw a torch down in there and see what's at the bottom? I don't know. So we couldn't see anything with our dark vision, but maybe if we throw a torch down it, it will give us more insight as to what's in there.
I think we should.
I'll buy that.
Because I don't think there would be one of those big dudes guarding it if it wasn't important. Oh, it's this way.
I do want to cast light on myself.
Oh, sure. Let there be light. The large hole here in the former mine shaft used to have a pulley system above it, but the rope has been cut. Who did this?
Throw a torch down.
The torch spirals into the darkness. You see a rough-hewn cave, probably some sort of natural sinkhole, and it goes down, 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 further than 60 feet, but still lights the way. And then you hear at the very bottom, it might be 80, 90 feet down, maybe, a splash of water. And the torch extinguishes. If you make me a perception check, Gim, I can tell you what else you hear down there. Gim, you are short and low to the ground and can hear things. You hear there's a water system, definitely flowing water, there's probably some sort of underground river, and this sinkhole briefly opens up to it. It would allow the Sahagin a way to potentially get things out, back to the ocean, as this river will probably drain to the ocean. It might be their way in and way to get things out. The river probably also connects to that whirlpool that you saw, though you do not know how many cave systems or tubes it has to go through to get there. But there's definitely a lot of water that is running to and fro around here. You are a dwarf, so you do know that the areas of Arctis and Nisir in general are peppered with these sorts of lava tubes and lava flows that were once host to raging forms of magma.
Hey guys, I'm pretty sure there's a huge tunnel system down there with water and God knows what. I'm glad we cut this rope, but I'm pretty sure this water down there heads down to the ocean. So I don't know how we could seal this, or if we even need to seal this, because I don't know how they're gonna climb up here. But they may find another path from another cave somewhere else. But for right now, I think we should probably go back to the order.
And Gim, just for what you've seen, they came out of the whirlpool, so that's probably more easily accessible than an 85-foot climb. But whatever they were taking from here, probably the ghost boar tusks, were too precious to be just thrown down into the hole. And so they were carefully lowered into the raging river below.
Did ghost boar tusks grow back?
You don't know. You want to make me a nature check? With disadvantage because they're not beasts?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Is it a... What kind of check?
Nature. Nature me. I'm pollen. Oh, Jesus, that's really good with the disadvantage. Although, Gim, your knowledge is very depressing, as ghost boar tusks do not grow back very, very easily, and it takes a very long time for them to do so. These boars will be relatively defenseless for quite some time, at least until these boars, the tusks, regenerate slowly through natural means.
Alright guys, I think we need to help these boars. They're gonna need more help. They're pretty weak right now, because I think they took Tusk down this hole. I think we need to expedite Doofus, because I think that's the main reason why they're all here.
Agreed.
Well, then we just need to get ourselves back and figure out what's going on with the order.
Yeah, go back and we need a prep. Let's go.
Sindri moonwalks out of the cave.
You know it.
Sheboygan! Ha hee hee! You must gather your party before venturing forth. Montgomery, don't go down there! That's a cave-in!
But I like the minecart levels.
Gumbo is not here. Well, it's a nice day back in Nasir, but now it's starting to get dark. Making your trip potentially hazardous.
I'm sure we all feel just a touch tired.
We want to
Danger,
rest,
don't fall behind now.
I require medical aid.
You always
require
require medical aid, son.
Says the guy who the first time we went in the boars got slapped.
Keep up,
Good.
Moo.
As the snow begins to fall once again in Asir, and the night blankets everything in quiet, you all crunch through the snow as you return back to the warm safety of the Order. But let's hope nothing accosts you on the way there. Let's see. Let's see if we have any wandering monsters on our lovely trip back home. And I'm going to choose probably our worst roller for yesterday, Gim, to see if anything comes out of the woodwork. Now, this will just be a normal roll, as you all are relatively tired. But Gim, roll me a 1d20, and if you roll a 19 or a 20, something might accost you on the way back.
Oh, Jesus.
Man.
God.
Lucky you. The time where you had to roll good, you do. And you and your friends are led through a safe path back to the Order. We will skip the snowy river trail, as there will be no wandering monsters that you encounter on it. And we'll go back to the Order. One moment, please. You return back to the Order, and it is a lovely, quiet night, and most of the people are sleeping. A moon sage greets you at the door with a hearty, "Hey."
Sup?
Evening.
Good
Is
evening,
Alpha
everybody.
around?
She's currently resting. Would you like me to get her for you?
Yes, please.
Oh, of course, right away,
I don't think this is anything that can't wait till the morning, but if you disagree, Gim.
Whatever you crescents need, we are at your beck and call. If it's not urgent, are you all right?
Maybe you can answer the question then. Where is Doofus? Is he okay? Has anything happened since we've been gone?
Oh, Doofus Damper, the gnoll. No, Doofus is fine. He's resting in one of our patient rooms. Would you like to see him?
No, it's fine. All right. Wait till the morning?
Well, we've given him a what do you call it? A bathtub to sleep in, as opposed to a bed. He was making everything quite wet, but he seemed very happy with that, and just something draped over him. I hope that was sufficient. But he's been rather overjoyed now that he's discovered these delightful pastries from the kitchens. Can't remember the last time we've had pastries.
Sounds like Dill's creativity has definitely served the Order.
Well, it most certainly keeps a gnoll from raiding our kitchens at 4 a.m, but the only thing I need to worry about raiding us at 4 a.m. is you all. He chuckles at his own terrible humor.
Well, have you had a chance to try the pastries?
No, not for me. I've got to watch for my waistline, or I won't fit in my robes anymore.
Understandable. Well, I don't think that we have anything that requires immediate attention, so unless someone has another opinion about it, I think we should all retire for the evening.
Yeah, we're tired.
Agreed.
You have a good night now.
Oh, yeah, yes, take care. Of course. Oh, do shut the doors. Getting a little snow outside. Don't let the cold breeze in. There we are. Good night, good night. Mumu, did you need anything? You're staring at me quite strangely.
I'm kind of tired.
Mumu, why don't you go to bed? Nothing in this great hall but us old soothsayers. Oh.
We're taking a long rest, right?
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're doing that long rest.
Mumu, that's not your room, that's the library. Mumu forgot where he sleeps. There we go. Everybody get in your bed and feel free to long rest. Well, it was certainly a night for you all. But now, a warm bed in a warm room is very comforting. And you all sleep like the dead. And you awaken feeling refreshed and with the smell of Dill's cooking wafting in from the west wing. Elithis is, she's in the kitchen already, dressed in her moon sage regalia. She's writing something on a piece of paper, and she looks up as you enter. Oh, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. I'm here for some coffee.
Oh, me too. I dare say I had a little bit of a troubled rest about you all last night. Were you all okay? I had a dream that Mumu's pet goldfish died. And he was very sad. Mumu, when you were a child, did you have a pet goldfish?
What's a goldfish?
It's a small, like, amber-colored fish generally kept by children as their first pet, as they learn how to take care of another living soul. But they're small, colorful fish.
We eat fish. So
Yes.
no.
But these ones are kept around for their, well, because they are small and orange.
I've never seen an orange fish. In the mountains, what is this orange fish? Why would you not eat it? Why would you keep it? You eat fish.
Well, some children like to look at them. Well, okay, let me ask you this question, Amumu. When your tribe is introducing a youngling to taking care of another soul or an animal for the first time, what would you have them start with? Generally, they go out into the garden in my elven cities, and they go play with grasshoppers, or they go catch some fireflies and put them in a delicate jar, and then put them on a shelf and then release them the next day. What does your tribe do?
We put ourselves to work. If we can't work, then we serve no purpose in the tribe. What is this fireflies? Like, children they're meant to help. We are to help the tribe and work and do things. If you sit there and play, then you frolic off. You're not allowed to do anything. What is this nonsense? Do you all have goldfish?
Oh, I had a goldfish.
I didn't have goldfish, but I took care of a small critter.
Oh, what was the name of your first pet, Sindri?
I think I called it Bacon.
Bacon. Oh, that's delightful. What kind of pet was Bacon?
It was Bacon.
Was he?
I ate him.
Oh, was he a pig? So he was a pig pet.
No, he was a piece of bacon.
Oh, you mean like a literal slab of bacon?
Yeah.
And this was your pet?
I guess you could call him that.
How long did this relationship last?
I don't know. I got him in the morning, and I don't know if he made it to lunch.
Sindri, that's not a pet, that's a picnic.
It's the closest thing that I had. My mom let me carry him around for the morning.
Your mother let you carry around a strip of bacon. Well,
I think it's easier than jumping on the bed. I think it just got me not to try to use my wings for a morning.
Well, if I could distract a child with a strip of bacon, I'm not sure if that's insanity or genius. What about you?
Could be both.
Honestly, Sindri, with the way you turned out, probably the latter. Gim, what was your first pet?
Oh, I've never owned a pet. I was always busy with work. That's how they raised me.
Oh, so you and Amumu are all about the working.
Raising the forge and crafting.
Oh, well, the crafting is... But you certainly loved to build things as a child, yes?
Yes.
I hear they have these little blocks in the dwarven community where you can, put them together to make little tiny dioramas of existing things. It's quite novel. What do they call them?
We just called them blocks. I don't
blocks?
Know if just the blocks to play with until we got older, until we were strong enough to start lifting hammers and heating a forge.
I've always loved those blocks, especially when they're just so small. I think if you perhaps made them different colors, you could make a business out of it.
That does sound like we could make a business out of it. But my family, that's not what we're about.
Oh, yes. Not about the commerce, just about the crafting, the love of the craft. I understand. No time for pets when you've got your hands busy with tools, I suppose. What about you, Raffaella? You have a kind and warm soul. You must have had a pet as a child.
I did. I had a pet goat.
A goat? A moo-moo, not a single word about the consumption of the goat. Now, Raffaella, tell me about your goat.
Well, he was my best friend, but he did end up passing away from, just being an animal. But he was great. I miss him.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, Raffaella. What was your goat's name?
I forgot.
Time does tend to make things slip away from us. Even faces, names, can all be lost to memory, but it's what they left us with. That feeling of love and longing.
I still have his little bell. I still carry that with me.
What a delight. Yes, you know what, Amumu? I'm going to get you a goldfish, and you're going to have to take care of it. And then you'll see how perhaps mildly novel it is, and then you'll have to take care of something besides yourself for approximately 5 seconds every 3 days.
But how are you gonna? Fish are huge. How are you? Where am I gonna keep it?
I've already mentioned it's about the size of. See my pinky finger? Yes, it's about this size. Yes, so very small.
It's not very edible.
Keep it in our room, Amumu.
Well, yes,
it's a container.
You're supposed to look at it. It's like jewelry, Amumu. Just consider it like fish jewelry. You're supposed to look at it. It's beautiful, but you don't eat it.
Well, what do I feed it?
They eat these little, fishy flakies.
Fish flakes? Okay. Can I eat
Generally,
the fish
the flattened and dried innards of other fish. Don't tell them that, though.
So, my fish is a cannibal fish.
Well, most fish are carnivorous, or would not be impartial to eating parts of other fish, but yes.
Y'all have the strangest customs. Fine, thank you for the gift. I appreciate it very much.
I haven't gotten it yet, but I have to. You know what? We'll definitely get you a goldfish. I'm gonna write that down. Where's Montgomery? I haven't seen him check in yet.
He probably went to go talk to Dill. They're becoming pretty good friends.
Meanwhile, in the kitchen.
Oh,
Oh, hey, Montgomery, what'd you think about the pastries? Did you like them? Were they good on your journey?
I'll be honest with you, we didn't actually have a chance to sample it ourselves. It came to much better use for some of our friends we found rather injured and helpless down in their cave.
Geez. So you gave your friends the pastries and they ate them? It was all good?
I do believe that they're actually on a good way to recover it, thanks to that pastry deal.
Oh, man, you know what? That's awesome. I never even thought it would have some sort of medicinal property. Well, hey, I'm glad it went to good use.
Yeah, and I hear that it's been gaining some popularity around here, so let's get you some more berries so we can keep that supply rolling.
Oh, yeah. Ever since I cooked one of them, a couple of the moon sages been walking the hallway. They stick their head in here, and they're like, hey, Dill, what are you cooking? And I'm like, hey, get the fuck out of my kitchen! Yeah, but I'll take some of them good berries.
There you go. How about I just hand you the whole set of 10, let
Whoa.
you work with them.
You just make these? Where do they come from?
I've got an agreement with nature and the Fae to help out those in need.
What? I mean, but these just, like, appeared in your hand. Are they made of you? Well, I have to know. I have, like, nutrition facts I gotta put on this shit.
There is not a single bit of me inside these berries.
You sure?
Think of it as the Fae pick them off the bushes for me.
Oh, right. Yeah, there's some sort. Okay, like magical plain. All right, I'll take the berries as long as they don't have any Ode to Montgomery. We're cool.
There's 0% of me inside 100% of these berries.
And duly noted. Let us never have this conversation ever again.
Just bush to table. That's all we're doing.
Let's
here,
rephrase. Rebrand. You know what? I'm gonna need you to listen. Why don't you take these donuts to your friends for your morning meeting?
Happy baking, Dill.
Get out of my kitchen, Montgomery. He says rather good-naturedly.
Morning, everybody.
Yes.
Dill was kind enough to provide us donuts.
Good morning.
Oh, well, everything smells lovely. We're having apparently a team building meeting. Montgomery, tell us, what was the name of your first pet?
Oh my.
Now, from what I remember, you are a Vaki, which means you grew up below Maginox, close to lava, and made friends with elementals. You must have surely had some sort of fire elemental pet or something magical and... Maybe? Elitha looks excited.
I wouldn't say that it was a pet so much, but when I was a young one, there was a bit of a fire sprite that seemed to have taken a liking to me, and we played more often than not in my free time as a child.
Oh. Well, that's a very friendship. Now, those are the types of things that can carry on into adulthood. You just don't tell Penelope you've been cavorting with other sprites. She gets rather jealous quite easily.
I'm certain that she would maybe not like to know that the Fae have been around for most of my life, and they're the reason that I joined the circle I did.
Is she hiding here? I could just see her hiding in here.
You can just go touch the crystal if you want to go find her.
That is most certainly a guarantee. Elitha looks left and right. She really could be hiding anywhere. Why did you have to go and put that thought into my head? Well, anyway, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, say it back.
Good morning.
Howdy.
Good morning. I think one needs to be awake for it to be a good morning. Is that right?
Well, yes, but unfortunately, time's ticking. Why don't you all tell me how everything went yesterday?
Well, would you like the good news, the bad news, or the sad news?
All of the news. Why don't you start from the beginning?
Well, we were able to find a pack of boars, and we were able to save one of them outside of the caves, who was able to show us to where the rest of them were. We identified a group of Sahagin that were within the cave itself, and after a brief altercation, we were able to what's a good word? Neutralize the threat.
What?
Within
There
the
were
cave.
Sahagin in the Ghost Boar caves? Why would they be at...
Yes.
Oh, Elitha pauses and thinks. Well... Sindri, make me an insight check.
Okay. I'm not good at these.
Lies.
Elitha, as you know, the Ghost Boar tusks are probably used in the Order's dream walking as a part of a reagent of some sorts. Now, that knowledge is very sacred to the Order, and Elitha is relatively hesitant to give that knowledge out, and she has only given it to you via your telekinetic link. But having the knowledge that the Sahagin might potentially be going after the Ghost Boar tusks is very troubling for her. And as a warden of the dream and dreaming, having things that are having access to the dream that they shouldn't have is a concern of hers.
Okay.
And tell me, how do the boars fare?
About 4 of them are tuskless and recovering. We found, and Montgomery pulls the sample from his herbalism pouch. This was sitting inside them, seemingly harvesting their blood and making them agitated.
Oh. What is this? It
seems to be plant-like, almost like some kelp or seaweed that happens to have sharp bits on it and act a bit like a leech when it gets inside a creature.
Oh dear. Can you all do me a favor? Why don't we change this meeting to the library? It's just north of us, right across from Sindri's room. I have a couple tomes I want to thumb through while we have our meeting.
Grabbing a donut. Sounds like
Yeah, bring the please bring the donuts. They seem quite dense, and I only trust your muscle to carry them.
Okay.
There we go. It might be a little cramped in the library. Yep. Everybody in.
Yeah, grab the whole thing.
Everyone in. Yep, bring those donuts in here.
Lag.
Don't worry, Amumu will join us in a moment. He's having some brain lag. Please, Amumu, the donuts. Ah, good. Ah, well. She begins thumbing through some of the books. Why don't you all help me? I'm going to need your help finding a couple tomes. One on shamanism, one on the aquatic life of a seer, and the other, try to find me anything about the Sahagin. If any of you are familiar with learned tome organization systems, it might help you along. Anybody who wants to look can make me a history check. I don't know why that was a question.
Guidance?
Make me a history check? Question mark?
Guidance?
Guidance is good. God, Amumu's gonna be the one who finds all these books.
Ooh, there was a
Ooh.
story that my grandpa told me.
Sindri, you are a student, a learned student, and you find multiple copies of books that might be relevant for the conversation. I guess, Sindri, just put them on the desk there. That's right, bud. That's
I
right,
will
behind us.
use my mage hand to put them on the desk while I keep searching for other books.
Amumu, you find one that's more interesting. It's about barbarians that live on glaciers. Oh, that's
Does it have
actually
pictures in it?
It does.
Oh, fantastic.
There are pictures of large Goliath men and women all wrestling with polar bears. It looks very fun. Actually, Amumu, that might be relevant as well. Go ahead and put that on the desk.
Okay.
All right, everyone, grab a donut, gather around. A couple things I want to let you know about today. I'm a little hesitant to tell you all this, only because this knowledge can be abused. It's not something I like to formally share, but I feel like it's relevant to our current situation, and thus you should know and not be left in the dark. The ghost boars that are nearby, as you may have come to realize, are not mere beasts. They are magical creatures, and they are, dare I say, an ally of the Order. We inadvertently help care for the ghost boars. We don't really bother them, but we make sure they are not bothered. But in particular, their makeup, namely their tusks, can be used in some long-forgotten rituals, namely in shamanistic practices, where the harvesting of animal parts and organs are used for reagents in order to fuel the magical resonance of their powers. Now, the ghost boars in particular, their tusks, when applied in certain ways, can allow one to enter a state, a hallucinogenic state, that is very similar to the dreaming. For a brief period of time, but it actually allows them to almost project their consciousness into the dreaming in a similar way the moon sages do. But the effect is hallucinatory, it's erratic, and very dangerous. I am worried that these Sahagin have been harassing the ghost boars for their tusks in order to facilitate whatever shamanistic vision they might be trying to achieve. And now that we know that the Sahagin have a number of the ghost boar tusks, sorry, it's going to be complicated ensuring that our relationship with the ghost boars is positive. Those tusks that we would normally collect when they are shed every, perhaps once a decade, would last us a significant period of time. But to go in and harvest them so cruelly and in such an amount, those Sahagin are up to no good, and it's in direct relation to the dreaming. And I don't like that. So, there you have it. I apologize for not being forthright, at least about the tusks, but cat's trying to jump up on my desk. But please understand that there have been instances of former members of the Order attempting to, harvest some of these ghost boars after they have performed their duties. Aletha frowns. These are not really sides of the Order I want you to be exposed to. But some people have dark desires and are merely out for self-profit. And so my caution was not one... Well, I did not want to put you all in danger. So I apologize.
It's okay,
Everything's all right,
Ellie.
Miss Ellie. It's part of the job. But do you think this has to do with Doofus?
Yes, I do. That's the second part of this. While you all were out talking with the ghost boars, helping the ghost boars, I was with Doofus. It seems like our poor friend, as we do know, had drowned. But what would a gnoll be doing even remotely close to water? They are not known to bathe, let alone be near any large body of water for very long. Though Doofus has dreams of drowning in a large body of water, and the only one I can think of that would remotely be nearby would be the ocean. But, while talking with Doofus, his nightmares do seem to be peppered by visions of fish, things eating and prying away at his, fur. Honestly, they're very disturbing visions. Whatever is inside Doofus is eating away at him and seems to be calling out to these Sahagin. Doofus has, not once but twice in our discussions, began speaking Sahagin, without any prior knowledge or awareness he was doing so.
That's a little weird.
It is a little strange.
Does anyone understand what he was saying here at the Order?
Well, none of us speak Sahagin, but I managed to at least go into the vault and try and find a translation. The only thing I could make out was Deep One. Whatever that might mean.
When will he be ready for us to enter his dream to help him?
Well, he is currently resting, but I do believe at first twilight we should have everything we need in order to access his dream. If you would like to ask him any questions in order to get a better idea of what you might be facing, you may do so. In fact, I highly encourage it.
Yeah, we probably should find out some more information. What do you think, Sindri?
I think so too.
Montgomery?
Sorry, what?
About talking to Doofus, see what information he has before we delve into his nightmare tonight.
I don't see how that could hurt us, so I'm perfectly on board with that decision.
Miss Allie, lead the way.
All right, I do believe he's in the staging area, having a good nap. He can't ruin the chairs in there, thankfully.
Morning, Soothsayer.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. All right, everyone in.
Good morning, Doofus.
Hi, Montgomery. Doofus
How are you
whines
feeling
and
this morning?
sweats. Oh, good. I had a very good night's sleep. Well, I don't sleep, but I had a good lay in a bathtub. And it was, less moist than sleeping in a bed.
I was always curious about sleeping in a bathtub. I might have to try it sometime if you thought it was enjoyable.
He shrugs non-committally. These days, I just do a little bit of eye shutting. Not real sleep, just my brain goes off.
Doofus, do you remember how you died?
I only remember drowning. Lots of water. Every night, there's lots of water. And the fishmen.
Do you remember how you got out to the water?
Doofus shakes his head no. No, I never remember. Whenever I wake up, it's always I'm in the water, and I'm sinking, I'm going down, and drowning. There are fish. Sometimes the fish are men, the fish have faces. Sometimes the fish have human faces. Alytha furrows her eyebrows. Oh, that's new.
Now, Doofus, when you start to sink in the water, are you feeling tired, or does it feel like something is pulling you down?
I haven't really thought about it like that before. I guess I feel like something is pulling me down into the darkness. But there's always water around me.
I want you to think carefully for me now. The water, when you're being pulled down, is it calm, is it still, or is it fast and swirling around you like you're stuck almost in a whirlpool or a vacuum of some kind?
The water is calm. It's calm. It's so deep. Goes down into the dark. Down.
And when it gets down into the dark, do you feel anything like a plant or a tentacle of some kind grabbing you or touching you in some way, or is it really more just these fish things you keep seeing?
It's dark. Choking darkness. Water in my mouth. I can't breathe. I taste blood. This all. He sputters. Some water splats out on the table.
Okay, all right. Doofus, come back, stay with us here. You're safe here.
He is visibly dripping.
And you've had these nightmares ever since you came back, is that correct?
Yeah.
Have the fish people been chasing you since you came back?
Now that I think about it, as long as I can remember, I remember seeing fishmen. And then Doofus doesn't like being near the water. And Doofus goes somewhere else. And there are river fishmen. And Doofus goes by the beach, and there are ocean fishmen. And then Doofus goes to the lake, and there are lake fishmen. Why are all the fishmen after Doofus?
Now, and if you can remember this part, Doofus, it would be very helpful. When you came back, when you first looked around, were you by the water when you woke up?
I was. I remember sand. Did I drown in the ocean? Montgomery, make me a nature check.
Unfortunate.
Again, make me a nature check. Since you two are sitting next to him. Again, the water Doofus Doofus is coughing up is leaving a visible white chalky residue on the table.
It looks like salt water.
Fishy water.
In your dreams, when the water goes into your mouth, does it seem salty?
Oh, Doofus doesn't have a flavor. He like rubs his fur and hands it to you. Do you want to lick it?
I think that would be rather rude in our current company, Doofus.
He's offering it
the
to
reason
you.
I am so you're not sure about the salt part, okay? Does anyone else have any questions for Doofus?
Do you want to lick it? He hands it to Gim. His moistness.
Well, thank you, Doofus, but I don't want any of this.
Oh. He puts it back on his head with a... I would like everyone here to make me an insight check on Doofus. Raffaella, you notice better than anyone that when Doofus is talking and shifting, it's not just his gnoll posture, but he's rubbing at his wrists and scratching at himself in very distinct places repeatedly, and he doesn't seem to realize that he's doing it.
Hey, Doofus. Were you chained up, maybe?
What do you mean?
I've just noticed that you're rubbing your wrists and things, which is a normal place to be chained up, so I just thought maybe you if I said something, maybe you'd remember.
Doofus's wrists are currently covered in shitty burlap wrappings. He looks at his hands. He holds them out to Gim. Help, Doofus?
Okay, I help him.
You unwrap his wrappings that are around his wrists. And when you free him, aside from his bluish-gray gnoll fur, it reveals bright red sores around both of his wrists that are very wide. They look like clamps or manacles have been rubbing on him forever. Oh.
Nothing happened to you before. Do you have any more of these sores anywhere? Or do you have anything else hurting?
These are Doofus's owies.
Do you have any more owies anywhere else?
He nods and points to his ankles. He lifts his foot up, just straight up like a cat, as if it were trying to reach its backside to lick it. He just lifts his foot straight in the air. Help, Doofus?
I want to like see if I can bandage it.
His foot is covered in a bandage.
Oh, so this is not even doing anything.
Do you want to remove Doofus's bandage?
Yes.
You remove the bandage around his lower paw and around where his ankle would be, on his back leg. There are these similar wide clamped sores that don't seem to heal. They are red and blistered and oozing water. Oh.
Hey guys, I think Raffaello's on the right track. I think he was a prisoner or a slave or something, and his ship went down. He's remembering human faces. Maybe they were trying to sell him.
He could have also been thrown off, bounded up, guaranteed to sink to the bottom.
What's a human? As a reminder for all players, there are no humans on Arctis. There are humans on the southern continent.
Yeah, but we know of humans. Like
you
exist.
do know they exist. They're just not in number in Arctis.
They go to another school. You've never met them, but then I hang out with them all the time. Don't worry.
Doofus, however, not having any sort of reasonable education, has no idea what a human is. What? What is human?
They kind of look a little bit like him, but like a little taller, maybe thinner.
Oh, long dwarf.
They're a young species.
Why would human want Doofus?
Humans are known for enslaving other races.
Oh, Doofus. But Doofus is free. Oh, but Doofus is wet. Doofus is not free.
That's why we're here,
Don't you
pal.
worry about
Trying to free you.
Oh. But if human chain Doofus... He looks around. We're human.
I don't know. Out to sea, maybe. You mentioned seeing them, so we're just trying to figure out what's going on.
Weird. Okay. Any more questions for Doofus? Elitha is looking thoughtful.
I don't have any questions.
Well, if he is exuding salt water, that means he came from the ocean. So we might be able to find out what's Hagen, or more native to the ocean, as opposed to the rivers or the lake beds. Aside from that, those bind marks do seem to notate that he was some sort of captive. That is tragic. This could also be very traumatic for Doofus, as now that he has returned, he doesn't have any memory of his previous life as a simple gnoll. Let's try to ensure that we don't bring back any undue trauma, shall we? Reliving one's death can be a very traumatic experience for the reborn. Do any of you have any more questions for our young guest?
I think I'm good with Doofus.
Yeah, I'm good.
We want to help
I'm
you.
good.
I'm good. I'm ready to help him.
All right. Let us go to the chambers. Let's go to the resonance chamber. Do. Whoops. Sorry, Sindri. I'd pushed you right out of the way.
Oh, I was running a bit too.
Come, Doofus. Oh.
But
Doofus wetly flops down the hall. Arr. All right, everyone. Now, Doofus, you'll be standing right here on this platform. All right, everyone. Into your places on the opposite platform. Aletha gestures, and the doors shut. Very good. Now, let us begin. I'm going to pause right there. Let's take 5 minutes. And we'll take a quick break before we head to the next scene. Sound good?
Okay.
All right. I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. Let's say 6:10. Or, I'm sorry, 10 after.
Sorry about
Well-
my not being quite present earlier. We had some things going on with my daughter's accounts, and somebody stole some stuff from her. So
Oh, no.
I was trying to help her a little bit
Oh,
with that
no.
and pay attention. Yeah, they helped her get it all back, thank God. But it was a lot of money.
Ew. I'm sorry you have to deal with that.
Yeah, well, she got it all figured out, but she needed my phone and her phone, and it was just like a lot.
Oh, not a problem. I just want to
So
make
yeah,
sure
we
that
got
you
it
were
all
like,
figured out.
okay, you're good. Okay, great. Hooray.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Aletha begins the ritual in order to send you all into a deep and dreamful sleep. 1 moment, please. I need a appropriate banger before I change the scene, so I have to find it first. Let the let the tension kill you. Second.
Now this is a slapper that speaks my language.
Yeah, I was just thinking, oh, so this is what an Arctis painter sounds like. Okay.
Is this the banger? All right, 1 second.
I feel like I'm in a pub.
That's what I was gonna say. At the Renaissance Festival, ordering a turkey leg in the pub.
turkey.
Uh,
I say a Port Town bar, but yeah, something along those lines.
Alright, let me fix everyone's vision real quick, because some of you are still in dark vision mode.
I see myself and my hands.
Oh my gosh, we're on a boat.
So proud of you.
I did.
I just
and
see blue.
I just see blue as well.
Montgomery?
I've been good. I've just been waiting on them.
Oh, you've been good. Okay, great. Ahem. I'll let you guys soak it in for a moment. Zoom out. You all apparently are on a ship. You appear to be sailing on the great, vast ocean. Not an island or a landmass in sight. The sun blazes in the sky. It is a clear, a cloudless day here on the seas. The sea spray, you can feel it on your face, and you can see the seagulls flying through the air, trying to pick up every remaining crumb that they might see on the ship. There are your fellow crewmates wandering about, doing various things on the ship, and as you look down and see your own attire, you too are dressed like a pirate. Billowing white pants, sashes, and bandanas, you all look like you are definitely bound for the high seas, as opposed to, the high mountains or, wherever Raffaello belongs. There are a few curious individuals on the boat as the deckhands meander about, organizing things. You see a massive ballista on the west side of the ship here. That looks like it is ballista. It's meant to look. That looks like it's ready to kill the spiders. It looks like it's ready to kill something very big. Yeah, it's a ballista.
Oh, I was like, what did you say?
I
a
like
A
that.
ballista,
It's a
you say.
ballista. Sometimes you put the
walking.
yeah. You'll see a little ballista. There are fresh fruits sitting in barrels that are perched about the cabin. A horned individual, a vicious-looking woman, is currently going up the stairs, away from you. She looks to be a white-haired tiefling with grayish skin and curled horns that are emblazoned with gold. She's tromping up the steps in heeled boots, making quite the racket. Judging by her attitude, she's very mad, and you're thankful her ire is not directed at you. She enters one of the doors and slams it shut behind her.
You guys think we should split up and check out the boat?
I think we should maybe stay together. I have an idea that I think the person that just stormed off up the stairs might be connected.
Well, I was thinking about checking below decks to see what they're doing down there.
I'd say we should go over and kind of chum with the deckhands and see if they know anything too.
That's a good idea, Ms. Raffi. Why don't you go flirt with them like you did Mark?
Hey,
just
bud, why
don't
don't you
even know what to
give me a
say
hand
to
with this
you.
rope over here, would you? Amuma, this is your first time seeing a human. Well, they look very boring. They're small and kind of frail, a little bit flabby, short legs, thin shoulders, small skulls that look fragile. How did these things ever
Am I a
survive?
human? Am I a human, or am I just me in pirate gear?
You... Well, how do you want to look?
Yeah, because this dude isn't phased by me being, like twice his height, bald-headed Goliath. So I guess we're cool?
Well, you look down and you see you, but he doesn't react to you as if he sees you. So he might see something that makes sense to him. Perhaps a companion or compadre. Yeah, hand me that rope, would you?
Fine, here.
All right, yeah. Yep, all right. Lift up the ring over here. Mume, make me an athletics check. Jesus. Hey. Whoa, I didn't say go and embarrass me now. Hey, alright, let me tie that up right here. Well, alright, well, I can't have you over here making me look bad. Go do something else.
Hey guys, I totally kick ass as a pirate. This shit's easy.
I mean, they're human, so of course we're all gonna be better. Duh.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna be better because, yeah.
Okay, so
Hey,
he wasn't, like,
can you
freaked out.
believe all this stuff? I mean, look at, we're gonna be eating these for weeks. He picks up a very large and plump-looking fruit. Sindri, you can make me a nature check.
Okay, 1 second. Sorry, close my character sheet.
These fruits are native to Arctis. They are called glacial persimmons, and they have a distinctly crisp bite to them. They're very rare.
Interesting.
He picks up one of them and peels it open. They won't mind if we just take one of them, huh? I hear when you bite into these, it makes your mouth feel like it's frozen. But then when you drink the juice, ooh, he shivers. The sweetness lasts for days. It makes everything you taste sweet. Come on, give it a try.
I will take a little bite.
It is crunchy and kind of an odd texture to start, almost like chewing ice, but it becomes fleshy, and it is cold even despite the weather you are currently experiencing. That is a bit warmer than the normal Arctis temperatures. And then you notice the distinctly sweet taste that seems to fill your nostrils with a passion fruit-like tropical essence. The pirate chuckles, and he glances slightly worriedly over towards where the captain is currently steering the ship. But her back is to you, and he tucks the rest of the fruit into, okay, was wearing an open shirt, so apparently the front of his pants.
I just say, what's the deal with the captain?
Well, she's probably gonna want to hang on to these to sell them and not have us eat all of them. So, let's
Yeah,
keep
but
this between you and me, huh?
But she just stormed off. Like, what was with that? I missed that.
Oh, the lady that stormed off? No, that's not the captain. That's the captain. He points up at the captain, who is, the top of the boat. That, the other one? No, that's Anna.
What's Anna's deal?
She's, well, leans forward. She's pissed she can't find something in the inventory we picked up.
What was it?
He leans forward a little bit more. Well, aside from the other stuff we're smuggling back to Zadia, apparently we also picked up this relic. It's some sort of artifact, like this conch shell. And I guess, they say when you blow it at a specific place, a sea serpent will be summoned and lead you to treasure.
Interesting.
But, apparently she can't find it. And she's about ready to go through all of our stuff again for the 5th time in order to find it.
Joy.
Probably make her day if you could find it.
I'll take a peek.
Yeah, I'll be keeping an eye out for it, but honestly, I'm just gonna stay out of Anna's way.
Good idea. I start kind of like huddling everyone over. So if I understand what's going on, there's a conch shell that's missing on the ship that'll summon, he said, a sea monster.
The sea serpent, he said.
A sea serpent that'll lead us to treasure. I think that actually means we're gonna die. So we either have to find that conch shell first, or hopefully get to it before someone blows into it. Because I don't know about you, but that just seems like that's the nightmare, and we're gonna have to fight the serpent. What do you guys think?
I think this conch shell is part of the nightmare, but I'm not sure if that actually is. Where does it have to do with the Sahagin?
Sahagin are fish-like creatures. They might have a god that's...
Do you think they stole it from the Sahagin?
I don't know if these guys have anything to do with the Sahagin necessarily.
No, I mean the conch shell. They stole it from the Sahagin.
That... I don't know, but that does seem like better than anything I got.
Well, we should probably talk to smart people. I saw the first mate up front with the ballista. I think Montgomery been eyeballing that ballista, so maybe he might want to talk to the first mate.
Yeah, I'll try to talk to the captain.
I want to go below decks.
Let's do a sweep up here, then we'll regroup to go below decks. So where is the captain? Because I don't see anybody at the
If
the
you look
wheel.
toward the back of the boat,
Yeah,
Back of
I
the
don't
boat.
see
I don't see
anybody.
anybody up there.
She's up there.
yeah, she's right up the top of the stairs.
Oh, I had to be on the top level.
Oh yeah, I had to be on the top level, and I only see the deckhand.
Yeah, it seems like I can only see what's on my Z-axis.
Yeah, I literally had to be like in an exact line of sight to see it.
Yeah, because I can't see anybody on the lower decks.
Oh, that's because I have some invisible walls up. That's right. Okay, here, hold on. Might be messing with a couple things. Okay. You may continue. The pirate captain, a fierce-looking, grizzled blonde woman, a human, who's probably around 50 years old, with chapped lips and a face that looks like it's been sea-swept for a significant period of time. She looks grizzled and wise to the seas. She glances at you as you come up. Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, sorry. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit more about Anna.
Ooh, what do you mean?
Well, she's looking for that conch shell. Like,
Yeah, and it'd save me a hell of a lot of trouble if you could find it for me. She's been a pain in my ass this whole time. Where's the conch shell? Where's the... I don't know. She's the one who wanted it so bad this whole time.
do you believe the story?
No, of course not. The only thing singing through that shell is wind. Just like the air going through her head.
Yeah, I know. How long do you think we're gonna be on the waters?
We've got about a week till we hit Zadia, so buckle in. But
Yeah.
that's a week we have to deal with Anna storming around here trying to look for her stupid shell. Frankly, we've got a fortune in fresh fruits that I want to get over, so I want to get them over before they go bad.
That's fair. I'll take an eye. Is there any furry cargo downstairs?
What the hell? Yeah, of course. They're in the storage. But
Okay.
what do you want the gnolls for?
I'm just morbid curiosity.
Yeah, they're in the hold.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna try something. This is me talking out of character. I'm going to try to take my wings and try to just tap the captain on the shoulder.
Okay. Sindri, make me a deception check.
No, I'm not trying to be deceptive.
Oh.
Like I'm trying to kind of do it to see if she reacts to me being a dragonborn, or if she thinks that I'm something else.
She glances at her shoulder like something pooped on it and swats it away with the back of her hand. She does not seem to register that that is a wing. She seems to rationalize it as something else.
Okay, so I will telepathically tell all of the group. They do not think we are our races. They think we're humans. So play it cool.
What about our gear? Can they see my giant axe, hanging off my back?
Probably gear, but I don't think any sort of anything that isn't on place on a normal human they'll probably see. Okay, thanks, Captain.
Yeah, anytime. Sindri, as you're walking by the door, it bursts open, and a very pissed off looking tiefling comes out. Get out of my way!
Up yours, buddy.
What did you say to me? She turns
Up
on you. What?
yours.
Do you want to die today? Man thing.
It beats living.
Why don't you go make yourself useful and go find me my treasure.
Ah, the story that's probably fake. I getcha.
It's not fake. You are
Sure.
you don't understand the arcane.
Oh, I understand the arcane a little bit better than you, buddy.
Please, look at you, fat, disgusting human thing. The only thing you know is gluttony and stuffing your face with the ground up beef of a cow. Stupid man.
It's funny how ignorant you are.
She gets in your face. Do you have a death wish? I will gut you right here under the pirate captain. Do you want that? I did. Find my horn.
Sindri.
She fucking bumps by Gim. Get out of my way, short stack.
Sindri, we're not here to fight with Anna. We're here to find this conch.
Yeah, I think she's part of the nightmare.
It may be, but I still think we need to find this conch before she does.
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly what we're gonna try to do. But
So let's stay focused and you leave her alone.
I think the more she focuses on somebody else, the less she's focusing on finding the shell. And then that way we can find the shell.
She's already obsessing over it. I'm telling you, there's nothing other focus that she will cast a spell, try to kill you, and then just move on looking for this shell.
Yeah. I gotta be a little antagonistic though.
No, you don't.
Okay, I don't have to, I want to.
Amumu, you see where she went?
Yeah, she went downstairs over to the left. Down here.
She did. She went down the stairs into the hull of the ship.
Ready to go downstairs, Sindri, and look for this thing?
I think so.
All right, give it a shot.
All right, one moment, please. Let's see, I'm trying some very new things today, so I'm actually going to see if some of this stuff works.
Guys, it's the loading screen, boss. The conch shell worked.
Might not be working. Mumu, no. Mumu, did I lose you forever?
No, it says on negative 20 feet.
Fix you. 1 second.
I'm
that is
having
correct.
fun.
No, you're good. You're good. I actually, I'm moving you 5. You're my test buddy. That's slightly too far.
I have been chosen.
I'm
By
messing
the
with
big
you.
metal hand
No,
in the
why
sky.
would you do that? I just want it to be 45. Mumu, I'm literally sending you to the depths of the ocean.
Bye, guys. It's been fun.
I literally sent you like a minus 110.
150.
I did.
Yeet.
Oh,
There is no boat.
Athletic
There
check.
is only
we
ocean.
really wanted to shoot him off the Ballista.
Ballista.
The ballista. All right,
Maybe we can shoot
Hold on.
Anna off the
My puppy is
ballista.
chewing something. I need to go see what he's chewing.
Oh no.
Could be a moo.
Probably is a moo.
I hope he likes chicken.
Poor guy. Moo, I think I might have put you in a bad state. Moo, can you set your verticality to 0? Right click on your token. And then in the where it says -45, just change it to 0.
Roger. Stuffed away. All right.
Sir.
Apparently,
There
he
you go.
dragged a stick
Over.
from outside and
All right, 0.
Yeah, you're
I
good.
can see Gim.
Good. Okay. All right. Well, apparently, since the slight hull of my ship might be minorly broken, I will say that is actually a relatively good place for us to stop today, as you all are going to go down into the hull of this pirate ship to find a curious conch shell that might summon a sea monster. Y'all have fun today?
Oh,
See,
yeah.
Setting up for the big fight where I get yeeted by a ballista.
Oh, yeah. Yes, there is a ballista.
And if we end up
I
fighting some
really
giant
want
sea
you to strap a moo to it.
Well, if we fight a sea monster, that is the best way for me to get into melee range with it.
As long as we don't miss. If we do, have fun going to the bottom of the ocean.
I could swim, and that's
Hey.
got to be what, a athletics
We
check.
just need to get Steve and his crossbow.
True.
They taught you how to swim up there at the top of that mountain.
Maybe.
But for next session, you all will scour the ship for signs of this conch shell, while trying to avoid the wrath of Anna, the pirate deck wizard. And you've also learned that below are a host of gnolls, probably used as servants in a not nice way.
Live.
Yeah. Yep, gnolls. Gnoll slaves. All right, everybody. That's going to be it for today. Thank you for joining me. I will let you go. As a reminder, there will be no reflection next week, as we will be deep into doing dragon stuff. We will pick back up
Yeah.
the week after. Guaranteed, so
It's gonna be
let's
great.
go. Let's go.
Balls deep in Azeroth.
Yeah, I will see you all in the Dragonlands, and while I have you all in my ocean lands on my pirate ship. You guys like the ship? I did a
I
couple
love
new
it.
things today,
Quite
so
nice.
thank you. There was a couple like new graphics things. There's like a parallax tile under it, so it makes it look like the water's moving. Added a couple like little things to kind of make it look like the boat was moving. Oh, nice effect.
I love all of it.
Great. Because there's 4 levels to this boat.
That's a big boat.
Excellent.
Wait, there are 4? Oh, it's because this top level has 2 levels. Like the captain's level is technically its own level. So
Okay, so
Oh,
one,
yeah.
2, 3.
So there's,
and
like,
then
3.
4 underneath.
yeah. So it's like 2 under, 2 top.
Okay.
But yeah, and I'll see about fixing some of the bugs that I was experiencing. I was trying to put a moo at the correct height, and apparently I sent him into the bottom of the ocean. So rip a moo, yeah, straight through the world. Recoverable.
YOLO!
So yeah, we will see and or save the gnolls and or blow a conch and or die next game.
Yep.
Sounds
All
good.
of the
Or
die.
all of the above.
Or all of the above. All right, everybody. I'll let you go. I'll see you
All right.
in Azeroth.
Night.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Good night.
Good night. You're
Night,
welcome.
everybody.
You're welcome. All right, stream. And that is it for reflection. Oop, that is it for reflection today. Wow, transition screen. Whoa. Thanks for watching. Greatly appreciate it. All the VODs are up on YouTube. Catch us live on Twitch. Watch our funny moments and cool shorts over on TikTok and Twitter. I'm your DM. I'm Zarina. Hey, thanks for watching. Nukiashi, what's up? Slap-a-rock, thanks for joining. Worthen, what's up? Epicator, thank you very much for watching. Greatly appreciated. Shoutouts to everybody. Catch up on the VODs. Next week, as a reminder, if you are tuning in next week, we do have next week off. All 3 sessions will be on hold just for the week, as we will be taking a quick break to play some Dragonflight, and we will be back the week after in full swing for more D&D. Thanks for watching.